Hi, I'm Matt Strain, and I'm inviting you to join my class, The 5 Things I Learned About Getting Started with AI for Real People. This should be a light, accessible, informative romp through an introduction to AI. Recently, the New York Times included me in an article it did about how real people were using AI. I had created a Valentine's gift that was a book generated entirely with AI, both the text and the images. It was at the natural intersection of traditional Chinese medicine and mixology, right? A very small audience that might actually be interested. But it was a very, very informative process. So that's sort of an example, which you may have guessed. I tend to be on the leading edge of some of these things, frequently a little bit too much on the bleeding edge. I spent the last 7 or 8 years at Adobe's research lab, where we worked as a team to explore what was happening with AI and creativity. We did some of the seminal research, created some of the tools that enabled professionals and others to do things that they never thought would be possible. We also bumped up against deep fakes and misinformation and came up with some of the leading ways to address that. Today, I'm on a new mission. I want to demystify AI for real people, particularly those who are more interested in a good storyline than in writing a line of code. In this session, I'm going to share what I've learned along the way. We'll talk about, first, the process of creating an AI-generated book, the things that we learned, some examples from that, share a few cocktail recipes. Secondly, we'll talk about a high-level framework for how you can think about AI. Nothing too technical, but just so you can sort and put the bits and pieces together. We'll talk about some of the leading apps, things like Google's Bard, ChatGPT, DALL-E, and several others. Many of these may have been released this morning. We'll talk about prompts and examples. And I think this is where I really want to spend time, because creating a great prompt is almost an art of literature. It requires an understanding of rhetoric and language and history and a little bit of technology to really craft that way to extract the most you possibly can from these tools. And we'll close with talking about the risks and opportunities, both today and in the future. If all goes well, you'll leave feeling intrigued and ready to jump in. And with that, I invite you to join my class, and I look forward to it. Thank you.